Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Rainy Friday. It's supposed to be storming pretty much all day. That's what I'm hearing. Woke up through the night several times. It was just an absolute downpour. Kind of crazy. Stuff is blowing all over the yard and falling over, and yeah. Got a new little addition out there. Got me a little fire pit. I know I have an amazing fire pit out back that's in ground and, but I wanted something out front that, I could actually move around. Sorry, I'm stepping out of the house. My swing. My swing was actually way up, like, where that purple gazing ball is hanging right there. And the turtle that's down on the ground. He needs repainted. He's getting him a bath right now. Anyway, that was all the way up to that turtle. That swing was. And the last storm we got, last couple storms, it literally picked it up, threw it backwards. And stepping stones that was gifted to me from my friend wrapped around that pole right there. My honey used a few underneath that little fire pit for me. But anyway, I have a lot of cleanup to do. I started doing it, and then it started storming, and wind everywhere, winding like crazy, put it that way, blowing everything everywhere. But that's okay. That's okay. The sun will come out tomorrow. Okay, maybe not, but it'll come back out. I have lights up on my almost completed front porch. It's getting there. Hey, I'm not getting wet standing out here. Pretty butterfly. Maybe that'll be my cover photo, whatever you want to call it. Anyway. Alright, guys, I have been going through some stuff. And this morning, I've been thinking about, yeah, there's pallet lumber there. Looks really trashy. Just gotta get it taken apart. I have a purpose for it. It's just been nasty outside. I hadn't been able to get out and do a whole lot, so don't judge me. Anyway, hang on. We'll step inside, and I don't have any shoes on, but my feet are getting a little cold. Hang on a minute. A little whirly gig out there. Blowing. I think last time we walked around out here, which I'm not walking around now, but last time I was out here messing around, the wind wasn't blowing. It's turning now. I still need to get it painted or something. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. But anyway, let's go back in and I'll show you what I got. Alrighty, guys. Made it back in. I get online and I start recording and I tell you, about the things that I'm working on, what I'm doing, my thoughts, my ideas, my process, which this is coming along quite well now. Finally, I'm on a downhill. This is my last, other than the big one in the middle, to get all the ends tied in. Last night, I did start on the white and gray one, which I am going to do in a different manner. I'm not going to cut them at each color change, but that's another video. Okay. Well, here's my thing. See these quilts and Afghans and blankets laying in front of me, okay? Let me zoom out. Just that's as far as I can go. Um, when I talk about the things that I'm making, regardless if it is something for myself or for somebody else or for somebody out there that requested, you know, baby blankets for their first grandbabies, babies. I don't know, but anyway, I guess we'll find that part out later. But anyway, I find homemade um, certain items to be heirlooms. Is that how you say it? I think so. But, and that's what I have in front of me right now. This is not by any means even close to what I have, because I treasure all the things that these ladies have made for me over the years. Um, a couple of them are still with us. We are blessed for that. And a couple have already passed away. But I have my memories. I have, things that they put their love into to create for me. And that's just awesome. That's something to hold on to. Especially when they're no longer around. You still have these things that you can look back on and know that they were created just for you, with you in mind. Their thought process was on you. This is their love. And now I still have, let's say, this one here, which is vintage. My grandma Cornman, Grandma Juanita, she made this strawberry shortcake blanket for me. And I absolutely adore it. I am 52 years old now, and I have had this for as long as I can possibly remember. Um, and before you say, okay, no, she didn't make that, because that's just a panel. But yes, um, I am well aware of that. But she knew how much I loved strawberry shortcake as a little girl. And she found this material and she made this quilt for me. And there is a piece on the corner. Give me a moment. Let me get it flipped down here. Hang on. Hang on. It's almost there. Stretch. Looky there. She did create it for me. She sewed on 4 blocks on the back side, so it wasn't just a panel quilt. She actually quilted on the blocks. So, anyway, that was from my granny. And I don't know how old I was when I got this, but I do know that I had it when we still lived in Illinois. And I was just a little girl. Anyway, there's that. And this Granny Square Afghan right here, it was actually my dad's. I do have one that is actually smaller than this, and I have it put up in a Foot Locker, and I cannot get to it at the moment. But this one here, my Aunt Myrtle, um, she is also as well as my grandma. They're both passed away. Um, my dad's sister created this Granny Square blanket for him. And I do not ever remember a time that we did not have this Afghan. Um, it is made completely out of red heart yarn. I guarantee it. Um, I treasure it. I mean, I love it. Um, my dad would always, he was amazed by her crochet because he would, even, yeah, he would be like, I, I can't believe that she made that, you can make that out of string, and she made that out of string, and he would always say that. So after we lost my dad, that's where my inspiration came from to start crocheting was hearing Dad say, "I can't believe she made that out of string," and I'm like, "Look what I'm doing, Dad. I'm making things out of string. But anyway, just it was yeah. But the one I have, it's all the ones that she did. Granny blankets are made out of scraps, so each of the blocks are different, and she did strive on that. I do remember, I mean, it was a long, long, long time ago, but there's just some things that, you know, well, these two here match, but the majority of all of these are completely different. Um, but anyway, the one I have is, instead of trimmed in the green, mine is trimmed in black. And we didn't, my ex-husband and I, uh, we didn't give much notice to our wedding. So she apologized that my blanket was smaller than everybody else's. She created all my brothers and I guess all my cousins and everybody, um, Afghans. But anyway, I don't care. It's like a personal hug just to me, just wrap it around my shoulders. And I mean, she made it especially for me. She put her thoughts went into that the entire time. Um, and I treasure that. I don't know. People don't it I don't feel like people think of others the way that they used to. I don't know. I may be completely off on that, but I don't know. These are my treasures, so I just wanted to share them with you. This one here is a chevron blanket, and it is much loved. It's been washed and dried and taken on excursions, and yeah. This one was created uh for for me. Oh, sorry. By my aunt Ellen Fielder. Uh, she is here on Facebook. I love you very much, Aunt Ellen. She made this one for me, um, and gifted it to me for a wedding gift. But it is the chevron pattern, and like I said, it is much loved and cherished and used all the time. I mean, all the time. All of my kids just love it. These are things that my kids are just like, I don't know. It's not. They're not only in my memory, but they're in my children's memory as well. You know. But this as well is, it's a treasure. I've had it now for, oh my goodness. Let me see. 7, 8, 9, 10. About, let's say, about 20, almost 30 years, I guess. Maybe. Yeah. Sorry, I got kind of squeaky there, but holy macaroni. Wow, has it been that long? Yeah, I guess it has. Wow, time flies, guys. Holy macaroni. Oh, okay, let's carry on here because I just smacked myself in the face right then. But, anyway, I'm gonna push this one to the side. And now on to my mom. my mother, she is crafty as well. She likes this this right here. Okay, hang on. Let me move part of this pile and then just a sec. Oh my gosh, right as soon as I hit record, she barks because I moved. She made me jump. I'm sorry if it made you jump too. That's my life. That's what happens. The wind blows. She's like, yeah, no, okay, not that bad. But anyway, back to what we're talking about here. Okay, as well as okay, my strawberry shortcake blanket up here that my granny made. This right here, I remember this again as far back as I can possibly remember. First of all, my mom hand stitched. She embroidered all of this with the little French knots, and I mean, is that not pretty? It's beautiful. Shout out to my mother, Darlis, Nani, as my children know her. Bless you, Lou. Oh, this is a twin size quilt. No, ma'am, get back. And I let me see. I cannot remember. Okay, I do remember. She worked on this as far as I can remember back. Maybe she even started the embroidery work on it before we actually moved down here, which was a long time ago. We're not going to go back into numbers. Nope, nope, nope. No. Anyway, uh, I knew I didn't want, she had asked me what color I wanted for my border. And of course I said purple. Because at the time, pink and purple was my thing. And of course, purple, I mean, why not purple? Right? But I knew I didn't want my backing just white. So we found this bed sheet. Or, it don't feel like bed sheet. I don't know. Anyway, we found this piece of fabric here. And it has pretty much all of the different colors in it from the front. So it's actually, reversible. But I don't reverse it. Yeah. I don't use it very often because it again is a treasure. Um, I do put it out to be seen. But yeah, I don't want to mess up her handiwork because she don't do the embroidering. She don't do that anymore. But after she started losing her eyesight, she started having issues with her eyesight. So that's why she stopped doing that. So then she started actual quilting. Well, wait a minute. Let me backtrack here in a minute. Um, she actually, all of her grandchildren, she, I think, was able to embroider a quilt top. But then after she was unable to do that, she put that down. She quit it. She started actual quilting. And this one right here was her very first quilt top that she put together. Actually, it wasn't just her alone, but it was my dad as well. He helped her cut them all out, and they worked together pretty much like as a team um, on this quilting journey of theirs. It was really sweet. But anyway, this was the very first one. And I'm not here to say who did what or anything like that, but, because Dad's not here any longer. So, but to hear Mom's side of the story, there's always two sides of a story. But Anyway, um, somebody didn't measure actually correct. And it wasn't actually noticed until after it was completely put together. And then, or maybe it was noticed, but they were like, mom was like, okay, we'll just go with it and we'll just see what happens. Well, whenever she got it done, and it was actually, she made it for my brother, my oldest brother, this being the first quilt top, um, she felt that it needed to go to the oldest child. But whenever she got it done, sorry, I had a hair tickle in my arm. When she got it done, she decided it wasn't good enough, that she didn't like the strips not being, the same size. And, she was critiquing the work that their seam allowance by there wasn't enough seam allowance. I do have some repairs to go through, but I don't care. Anyway, it was supposed to be for my brother. And mom was just like, she was just sick over it, and frustrated, and being her first one. And she was going to rip it all apart. And I I couldn't let it happen. I just couldn't let her tear it apart, because it was the first one. And it was her and dad working on it together, and which, yeah, I am so pleased. I'm so happy that I saved it. I rescued it from the trash bin, pretty much. And it is very much loved. The colors were so much brighter, but like I said, I use it. I absolutely adore it, and I will treasure it always. Um, I'm so happy I was able to talk her out of, you know, um, getting rid of it. But, and cut, yeah, you get it, right? You get it. All right. And then the one she actually made for me. Oh, this one's heavy. Oh, fudge. Oh, it's really heavy. Oh, goodness sakes. Is this one here? This is absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. I mean, look at those colors. Mom, you knocked it out of the park. I'm telling you right now. Um, yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. This she made for me. It's been a few years back now. Um, I'm trying to talk her back into, or I'm trying to talk her into getting back into her quilting, because she found such joy in it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see. Isn't that pretty? Look at them colors. I mean, and they are as bright as what you see on the camera. It's so bright and cheery, and I absolutely love it. She has also quilted quilt tops for each of the grandkids as well. Each of us kids. I mean, she has literally outdone herself on. I mean, she knocked it out of the park when it comes to the quilts and the embroidery stuff. Mom, she definitely made memories for all of us kids, and I treasure mine. And I just wanted to come on and share them with you this morning on this fine rainy Friday. um, there was a reason why I drug all these out too, though. Another reason, which I'll point on here in just a moment. Oh, ugh. All right. This Christmas. Okay. Well, yeah. Uh, this past Christmas, or it's been a little while, but I spoke with Mom, and I told her, I was like, what would be so cool, because she always does a sample block out of, while I talk, I'm going to move some of these over because they're making a shadow, which I don't want whenever I show you this next. And I need these moved for the project after this one. Anyway, back at it. All the quilt tops that she has made, I told her that I thought it would be a really cool idea and something really awesome for herself, is to make herself something out of the leftover pieces of the quilt tops that she made for everybody, because she knows pretty much she just knows. So she over Christmas this past year, um oh that one went on the floor. Crap. Hang on, I gotta grab that before Lou decides it's gonna be her new blanket. Hang on. Whew, okay, I had to run Lou off. She was not listening to me. But anyway, back to this quilt top. My mom came out Christmas morning, and well, I was up there anyway, and of course visiting with her, wishing her Merry Christmas and all that. Well, she came, or she had called me out to her quilt room, and I went out there, and she hands this bag to me, and it was just a Walmart bag, and she was like, "Here, Merry Christmas." And she had already been making duplicate blocks out of each of the quilts that she had made for all of the grandkids and all of us kids, and all of the tops that she's made. She made a duplicate block and had been saving them. Well, she pieced them all together and gave me this masterpiece for Christmas. Is this beautiful or what? I know my quilt on the back kind of taken away from it, but it is not quilted as of yet. I have to find somebody to do that for me, or I may be able to do it on my own. But every single one of these blocks are completely different and absolutely stunning. Look at these. Is that, oh my gosh. My mom. Oh, look at this. Love, 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 love this. And she always allowed, if they wanted to, that each of us to pick out our own fabric. Or if they had, they could pick it up themselves and she would use it. Whatever. There was times that, she would make your first one for you. If it gets destroyed, then you get to pay for the fabric for the next one, right? That's happened a couple times. Not with me, but oh, I had a little bitty chihuahua at the time. But my dog, my Lou, she I like that one too. She has her own blanket. She knows better. I'll beat her tail. But everyone is different. And I'm not sure what size this is. More than likely a king. But I was just like so completely shocked and surprised when she gave it to me. I was so happy. I mean, who wouldn't be? Look at these. Aren't they pretty? If you're one of the grandkids or one of the kids, you probably see your your fabric in this. The scraps that she had left over. This is her scrap blanket. Oh, shoot. Oh, fudge. Oh, gosh. Flip it up. There, I wanted to see the ladybugs. Dang, dang, dang. There we go. But yeah, I just wanted to come on this morning, guys, and share my treasures with you. I cannot wait to have this one actually quilted. There's a whole other fold here that you haven't even seen, but it's really big. And yeah, I'll show that. I want to actually probably take it up to her house. And she has a much larger bed than I have. I have just a full size. Almost a twin, but no, it's a full. And now I want to also thank you, Mom. Thank you so very much for my quilt top. It is amazing. I will treasure it forever and always. And it is an heirloom, even just as it is as the quilt top itself. I do intend on having it quilted because, yes, this is all her love for all of us wrapped up in one. I am so pleased, so happy to have it. Thank you. Thank you so incredibly much. The one that is actually on my bed right now, this, my Aunt Myrtle, again, the one who made my dad's granny square Afghan there. She made 2 of these turtle blankets, quilts. As you can see, they're tied. I love these. She made 2 of them, one for my son and one for my daughter. This one here is my son's. My Aunt Myrtle, she was my aunt. She was my dad's sister. But I always grew up calling her Grandma because my Grandma Minnie, my dad's mom, she passed away early on, and I never had the pleasure to get to even, she never even got to meet me. She passed before I was even born. But, and the lady who made this was her daughter. And so, and she was my dad's older sister. So, and she had grandkids, 2 girls that were around quite often anyway. But anyway, any other younger people that came around, I was the youngest. I do believe I was always the youngest, it seemed like. But they all called her Grandma. So I grew up knowing her as Grandma. So my Grandma Myrtle made these for my kids. And she actually asked first if it would be okay, and which I was completely shocked that she even thought she needed to ask. And if she were here now, I would just, oh my gosh. These turtle quilts, Sarah still has hers as well. She has hers with her. My son, I decided, or he knows where it's at. Whenever they get to where they are going in life, they plant roots and stop moving around so much. I will, I have these. I mean, I will keep a hold of it. But his son, my grandson, he loves turtles. He loves turtles. And I thought this was just, I mean, this is perfect. This will be something that, my son can pass down to his son, and maybe he will see it as a treasure as well. But yeah, I just wish, I don't know. Yeah. I just love it. I love all of them. I treasure them all so dearly. And so whenever you have somebody give you homemade, make you something homemade, please know that it came straight from the heart. Especially blankets and quilts and Afghans and stuff that it is so incredibly, there's so much time, so much effort put into each and every stitch. Um, every stitch is done by hand. And, it's you. You are the reason for that. And, treasure what you have. Hold on to your memories and feel the joy, love, and happiness that was put into all of your goodies, that your heirlooms, you know, uh, and feel the warmth of their love for you, because why not? Treasure every moment, guys. Life flies by so incredibly swift. I guess is what you can say, but I can't believe how long I have actually had that chevron up there that my Aunt Ellen made me. Incredible. And we're not even going to talk about how many years I've had that. Oh, I couldn't even. I don't know. I maybe since I was like 7, 8. I don't know. I told you my age earlier, so you can do the math yourself. I'm not doing it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because I have treasures of my own that I've been working on. Oh, oh, all right, there we go. Almost got all of the ends tied in on the cow. I just about have this to size that is required. Um, I did start on the white and gray cow print blanket, but I only have I did my starting chain and then I came back across one row. So it's not even near close enough to even show you yet. But I am doing it in a different manner than what I did this. I am not cutting off at every color change. No, I'm not going to be having all of these ugly ends, tedious ends to have to deal with. No. There will be a few, but not nothing like that. I guarantee it. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna get back on it, and excuse me, got my hook in my hand. I'm gonna finish up. Well, I'm working on this purple color right here. Um, it's wrapped up in there, but anyway, um, I'm gonna do this purple as however many skeins I have of this. I think I may be actually on the last one. You're only, gosh, I am only getting around it, I think twice, 2.5 times, no, 1.5 times out of one skein now. Oh, it's eating the yarn up so quick. So quick. But I have more. I've dug around, and I have more to add to it if need be. Anyhow, before long, hopefully this will be off my hook, and then I can get working on me some turtles. Not a turtle quilt, but I got some turtles coming up pretty quick. Anyhow, stick around, and subscribe, share, and give me a like. Give me a thumbs up, guys, please. And leave me a comment down below on, do you treasure things that, or is it just me? I love it all. I love each and every one of these women. And I treasure it all. Anyhow, that's all I got to say, I suppose. Happy Friday. Stay dry. Stay warm. Stay safe. Be blessed. And peace out. I love y'all. Bye-bye.